So we're back for another season of George Goes Dairy Farming. This time we're over in the west of Ireland in County Sligo, speaking to 2022 Farmer of the Year winner Christopher Tuffy. And Christopher's going to talk to us on how he's improved the genetic merit of his farm over the last 10 years. Christopher, thanks a million for having us down here. We've been all over Ireland, but this is our first time to the west. So thank you. It's cold, you picked the right day for it. And I just want to congratulate you first of all on winning FBD Young Farmer of the Year. That was a great achievement for yourself. So this is a lease farm, it's a little bit different. Maybe would you talk to us a little bit about how you got into it and how it's working out for you?
Yeah, so look, I'm from a traditional liquid milk herd myself. I'm originally from Inniscrone, which is in West County Sligo. My father always milked about 60 cows there. 40 spring and 20 autumn would have been traditional, but it was a very fragmented small farm. When I came home from college in 2010 after doing dairy herd management, there was really no prospect of being big enough for the two of us. So we were very lucky in 2011, this piece of ground came up for lease, and we took over the lease and developed it into a dairy block, and started milking in 2012 with 96 cows, and we're lucky now we're up to 150. So it's been a great journey.
You said that you come from a liquid milk background originally. I was just looking, there's been a dramatic increase from 2011 to now in your herd performance. Maybe talk to me a little bit about that.
The current herd performance is about 500 kilos of milk solids. We've done 384 protein and 481 fat this year. So you're just talking about beef selection, like for cows for beef and breeding off your best, monitoring your herd performance. We're looking at the chart. It's just improving year on year. What's your criteria in terms of selecting for dairy straw? As you said, it is improving, and we're hoping we can even, with the use of sex semen now, we can accelerate that. So this year, there's in 23, no cow under 162 EBI. The lowest cow that's carrying a dairy straw is 162 EBI. We're not going to breed off any cow under 375 protein. We're not breeding off any cow at a low milk sub-index, and naturally we're not breeding off any cow under about 160 of an EBI. So 2 or 3 years ago, nearly everything in the herd was getting a dairy straw, where now it's only the top cows is going to be bred off, and we're going to use the new DBI then to pick the best beef bulls for our herd to maximise our beef calf.
So what tools are you using to determine your best cow? I mean, obviously milk recording. Yeah,
milk recording. My father first started milk recording in the mid-90s, so we've never missed a year since. So the milk recording is a huge tool, is a massive tool we're using here. Milk recording is absolutely an essential. It's non-negotiable, I think, now at this stage. For cell count, for proteins, fat, everything. You have every detail you need on every cow in your herd. And it's so important to know your worst cows as much as your best cows. We're 100% AI now. We don't have bulls around the place. We can pick the best genetics for our herd and get a very quick genetic gain. So, Christopher, your breeding policy, you've used a lot of AI over the years. Is there any bulls in particular that you've found worked well here? Yeah, so we're using a lot of Seville, a lot of Pivotal. We use an awful lot of LHZ, Spider. We've used a lot of progressive genetics bulls over the year, and they're all delivering for us. I suppose our focus always is on breeding a cow that's fertile first and foremost. On top of that is breeding good fat and protein and producing kilos of milk solids, and a good health figure on top of that.
Who's your breeding advisor here? Yeah,
so we're using John Griffith with Progressive Genetics. John is with us, I'd say, 10 years now at this stage. So John is great. He's always the opposite end of the phone. We ring him about different bulls, how they're performing on other herds and how they're doing. So it's great to have someone there in Progressive Genetics to give us a helping hand when we're picking our bulls every year.
So John, you've been working as a breeding advisor here for 10 years. Have you seen the difference?
Oh, absolutely. I suppose if you get down to the number side of things, and from a production level, like Christopher produces about 500 kgs of milk solids on this farm. If you compare that to the average in the west of Ireland, it's about 426 kgs of milk solids. That extra 74 kgs milk solids on a typical farm in the west of Ireland of about 90 cows equates to about €40,000 in extra milk sales. The panels of bull that he was picking when I first landed to, let's say, the panels of bull you see now changes. That's a reflection of as the herd increases in profits and the different traits Chris is going after now. The success of this farm is based on obviously excellent management and the right genetics backing up that farm at farm level.
Sex semen, again, like when you're picking your criteria for a cow for sex semen, are you using it on your older cows or are you doing a blanket on the heifers?
So on sex semen, the heifers is nearly a blanket say on them. So we're selecting the best cows to breed off for the sex semen.
You're 100% AI here now, Christopher, and you are using a considerable amount of beef as well. Are you using one particular beef bull or are you?
Yeah, so the Frisian type cows are getting an Angus or a Hereford. The bigger type cows are using a lot of Maverick and then the Angus bull, and then on the smaller crossbreeder type cows we're using bulls. The bulls were maybe a bit more continental in them, maybe a small bit of limousine or that, just for a bigger carcass weight. So we're just picking off the DBI at the moment. So as I said, it's going to be very important for us to be following the DBI to maximise the calf value and still keep the calf in ease.
So Christopher, like myself, you're using the Agriland herd app. How long are you using it? And
Yeah, we're 3 or 4 years using it now. We were with a previous provider, but we just didn't have the same level of information on every individual cow we wanted. We love herd app for registering calves, for inseminations, for recording drug usage, everything. And the biggest thing I love about it is, I said, we love our cows here, and I love being able to walk through the cows and look at an individual cow, and if I didn't know something about her, if I didn't know her production, I can tap her into the phone and straight away I have all her information, who she's out of, who her mother is, what her performance is, what she's carrying. I absolutely love the app. The information on hand is brilliant. It's just absolutely, it's so compact, it's so easy to use. The home screen is clear. It's one of the most used apps on my phone. So
it's an exciting time, I suppose, to be in the dairy industry, and I mean, we're looking at a lot of changes. I mean, what's your outlook of the industry going forward?
Yeah, look, I always say it's a great industry to be in. We're coming off the back of a very good milk price. There's huge challenges, but I think there's huge opportunities too in agriculture. I'm very optimistic about the future. As long as you can make a good living for your family and do a job every day you love. I'm lucky enough. I love milking cows. I love farming, and I think that's a great place to be. And I think we'll have no issue with any problems that's coming down the line at the moment.
Listen, Christopher, it's been great for you to take us down here and open up the place to us. So we've had a great look around today, and listen, wish you all the best.
Thanks very much.